Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf announces his intent to tax natural gas in order to pay for a $4.5 billion infrastructure project. Here's One America's Gabrielle Cuccia.
Raheem, so we see Pennsylvania might actually put a natural gas tax. This is going to be administered by the Governor Tom Wolf. That tax would be in effect in 2020 of March. So what exactly does that tax mean? What are the issues surrounding it?
Yeah, so look, you've got United States now, which is an energy powerhouse, a net energy exporter, and able to use that sort of newfound muscular status on the world stage. That is in no small part because of natural gas, shale gas, the innovations in the fracking sector that we've seen over the last 10 to 15 years, but really which have come into play even more over the last 2 years. Now you've got left-leaning governors who, because of, I guess, the new populist wave sweeping through the Democrat Party, think that they can attack business, industry, innovation, America's new competitive edge in order to raise funds for their own sort of pet political issues. For Governor Tom Wolf in Pennsylvania, you're talking about this $4.5 billion infrastructure project. It's quite vague what he's talking about, but what we do know is this. It's one of Pennsylvania and indeed one of the country's only major growing sectors at the moment is the energy sector, specifically as it relates to natural gas, and he's trying to now tax it. And of course what that will do is it will slow down the sector, that will mean fewer jobs, that will mean less investment, not just from overseas but also domestically too. It'll also mean that prices may well rise. That is a natural part of how businesses pass on new costs. Those tend to go to, unfortunately, the consumer. Pennsylvania arguably has one of the largest shale gas reserves, but that means it's one of the places where you have to pay extraordinary amounts of attention, especially in the detail around the policy that's going on there. And it will also mean there's a potential for Pennsylvania to actually liquefy and export a lot of the natural gas there, and it will slow that down too. So it's a big deal.
How likely is it that the administration would actually come out and respond to the talk surrounding this tax, as it is relatively new to us just hearing it?
Yeah, so I think the White House will respond to something like this. I think it certainly should. While President Trump has tried his near best on things like the border wall, he is actually always trying his best on the economy. Never lets his finger off the pulse as far as that's concerned. He will see this as an existential threat, both politically and economically, going into 2020.
So it sounds like you're calling it first that the president might actually come out and say something about Pennsylvania. So we will be on the lookout for that. Raheem, thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.